it's waiting for the confirmation of downtrend. We have the first thing, which is a lower low. The next phase for confirming a downtrend is by setting a lower high with a retrace. And we can look back into the past back here and see that when we got the confirmation of a lower high, that was the beginning of the cryptocurrency bull run. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And in this video, we are going to take a deeper dive into the US dollar currency index, or the DXY, to take a peek into it on the timing of when the 2017 cryptocurrency bull run occurred for Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin, all the altcoins, all of them. When the cryptocurrency bull run occurred, it correlated with when the dollar was falling. And recently, we've had a lot of volatility in the dollar. And if you've watched my channel before, you've seen this chart that I've made right here, where I believe that the dollar is doing an ABC correction, which will take the DXY down to about 80. We can just call it 80. Sounds like a good number right there. And so we've had this huge volatility with the dollar falling recently over the last couple of weeks, and yet we didn't see any type of push up in cryptocurrency. So I was thinking, let's look back at this. Let's dissect the timing of the cryptocurrency bull run and see how it timed, how time lined up with this fall in the dollar. And in particular, let's take a closer look at XRP and the timing of XRP's bull run. Now, when we look down here and we really kind of zoom in on this, and here, I'll do this for the people who are looking on their cell phones, so we can look a little easier like that. Once you notice at the very bottom of this move right here was March 2nd. It was March 2nd when it bounced up off this bottom, and then it started to go on its grind up. And you can see, we've talked about it many times, the potential that we are in this fractal. However, we have had some different things going on now that we've gotten to the end of it. But I want to show you right here, March 2nd is when the bottom of this occurred. March 2nd, 2017. Now let's go back over to the DXY. And right here, this is the start of the fall of the DXY. And now I am actually going to remove everything off this screen, and there we go. Now we are just going to be looking at the DXY, and I want to show you this. You can see that we set our first low on the DXY right here, and that would be on February 1st, 2017, and then it did do a retrace. But this was the first lower low that had come in on the DXY out of this entire trend upward right here. You see that? This was the first lower low. However, this was February 1st, 2017. This was not March 2nd, 2017. What we see is that the DXY actually had to retrace. And after it had retraced 0.618 and started to roll over. So here is March 2nd, right here at the very top of this thing. Let me zoom in. Right here, March 2nd was the very top of the retrace of the dollar. So we came in, we set a lower low, we retraced, and when we hit the very top of the retrace, that marked the bottom of XRP, and XRP started its grind up while the dollar went into a downtrend. And XRP went into an uptrend. So what does the dollar look like right now? Well, it's had these higher lows all the way up until we finally get our very first lower low. And if we put a Fibonacci retracement on this, we can expect that the dollar will likely have a retracement before it continues into a downward direction. And that retrace would likely be somewhere up into this region right here, somewhere between 97 and 98. Now, if you're wondering why would we have to do this retrace before it starts going, right? It's like, okay, well, it's obvious, right? It set a lower low, but we already know, right? We know what's going to go down. However, we do have to get the confirmations of it, and the confirmations are that you see a retrace and then a continue down of the trend. And once it gets to a retrace, and if it rolls over on itself at the retrace, that confirms the downtrend. And when you confirm a downtrend, that's when people start to flock. And not only that, there's a lot of people who got blindsided by that fall. That was a very sharp fall in the dollar. People who are going to want to escape the dollar, smart money, will not sell into a deep red candle. I know a lot of people get emotional. They see red, they want to sell, they want to give up. Smart money doesn't do that. They see the big red candle, they see that the trend is going to change, they wait for the bounce back, and then they escape. So when are they going to escape the dollar and go into other assets? Well, if we look back to the past of when it happens, well, we set a lower low, we retrace, and then once the retrace happens, that's when the big money escapes and moves on, which means we should expect the same thing around here, somewhere between the 0.5 and the 0.702. Last time it came to right here, right to the 0.618. However, good luck pinpointing the exact spot. Probably somewhere in that region is where they will start unloading from the dollar. And I know there are a lot of people who are caught up in the short term price action, whether the price moves of 1 cent or 2 cents, and they just are completely losing it right now. I mean, we can clearly see what's going on here. We are watching just incredible amounts of money that are about to be poured into the economy as bailouts. We are watching the dollar collapsing with the stock market. And where are all of those bailouts going to come from? They are going to come from printing more money by destroying the dollar and taking on more debt that is impossible to pay off. And the only way that I can reasonably come up with a concept on how any of this debt could ever be paid off would be if we just printed bukus and bukus of dollars and then just pay off the debt with a bunch of worthless dollars. If you can come up with a better idea on how that debt's going to get paid without destroying the dollar, I would love to hear it. So if you're worried about, XRP's price moving a penny or two, or you're worried about something, whatever digital assets that you own, Bitcoin moving hundreds of dollars in each direction, look at the big picture of what is going on. And we're witnessing it happen and how fast it can happen. 2 weeks ago, the stock market, in quotes, was fine. And here we are 2 weeks later, and it's in complete turmoil. And we've got economic stimulus plans coming out, bailouts coming out, all of it happening so fast, and it just blindsides people, right? The world is in complete disarray right now, not knowing what to do. And if you've seen those videos of people in grocery stores, it is like madness. Their attention is focused on preservation of the moment and not preservation of their life savings. So let's zoom out on it again just to remind you that we have an ABC structure coming in after doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave. There you go. There's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are just basic Elliott wave principles. And then A, B, C, with B retracing to the 0.702. We have already begun this C leg down. However, it's waiting for the confirmation of downtrend. We have the first thing, which is a lower low. The next phase for confirming a downtrend is by setting a lower high with a retrace. And we can look back into the past, back here, and see that when we got the confirmation of a lower high, that was the beginning of the cryptocurrency bull run, was when we got the confirmation of a lower high on the DXY, or the US dollar currency index. And we are about to do that right now. And I do know that it is a tough time right now for a lot of people. There is extreme fear in this market. There are a lot of people who don't know what is going to happen, and they're scared that something really bad is going to come. But again, I've always been the big picture kind of guy. This is not something that scares me. I mean, when you look at what is going on in the world and the changes and the things that are happening and what they're going to do to the dollar right now, like how swiftly they are enacting all of these plans and how quickly the repo bailouts got bumped up to $150 billion a night. Money is just flying and it's coming from thin air. We see what's coming. Just look at the big picture. I know short-term price action is it could be so overwhelming, but look way out. Look way out. And it's probably not that far away. I really don't think it is. But just look way out on what the future is going to be like for money, at least in regards to the dollar. And things aren't that scary. You just got to ride it out for a minute. People were buying at 34 cents, super excited to buy at 34 cents. Now the opportunity is there to buy it at 20 cents. Just because the price action changed doesn't mean anything changed with the whole picture. Everything is still just as exciting, and it's not just as exciting, it's 100 times more exciting with all the events that have occurred in the last 2 weeks regarding financials and bailouts and printing of money and economic stimulus and what's going on. Those things have made an even bigger bullish case. The case is so incredibly bullish right now, but people are in fear because of price action. And the price action is providing the greatest opportunity that we've seen in a long time where you can get this much fundamental bullish news. This much, I mean, really, it's incredible. And the price is being offered with this incredible bullish news that builds the biggest case for cryptocurrency possible, and the market's in fear. It's wild. It's crazy. And when you need to start feeling a little bit better about it all, just go back and look at the DXY and remind yourself that the last time we started a downtrend, it started by setting a lower low, retracing, and then after the retrace was the very beginning of the cryptocurrency bull run. And right now, we're trying to do our retrace right now, and this would be the zone at which the markets will start taking off. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I did not shill my Twitter in my last video, so I need to remember to do that. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at VCBacker. But once again, thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give this video a like, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel so you could be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. There is also that notification bell too. If you hit that notification bell right next to that subscribe button, it will actually give you the real notifications of when I create new content and when I go live. This is not investment advice, and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need to pick me up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.